Hey YouTube, it's Jamie, smoking in my car. I came out here to make a quick video, and I brought one of the pipes I brought up north with me. I already showed you is this Peterson Calabash, and I've been keeping like this. I don't know. I just like it with this wind cap on it because I prepped this bowl earlier. I just did a charring light and took a few puffs off of it and then tamped it and set it down for a few hours. So now it lights right up. And I could just get to smoking, which is nice. Now, in this I have Orlik Golden Sliced, which I think I had in it yesterday. Which I really love. I mean, I got a couple, like, what are they, 3.5 ounce tins of it at home. One of which I'm going to try to not open for a while. See if I can get some age on it. It's so good. I also sort of A/B'd it, or did a side-by-side comparison with Peterson Flake, just the regular Peterson Flake, and Orlik Golden Sliced, I think, is just vastly superior in flavor. Really, like, noticeably, I think. Now, I've read reviews saying they're indistinguishable, that people have smoked them side by side, and it's basically the only difference is the tin art. That some people say it's the same stuff. I've heard other people say it's the same stuff. I don't think so. First, I believe Peterson Flake says it's a straight Virginia, just with like reds and bright Virginias. I'm not sure what else, but no Perique. Orlik Golden Sliced, I think in the description it says there's a little bit of Perique, and I think there is. I don't know. I'm not sure if I have the easiest time detecting Perique. I do when it's very on the retrohale. When it's very noticeable, I do get that spicy peppercorn, kind of peppery high note, kind of, typically on the retrohale. Is that the same for you? Does everybody get that? Anyway, it's delicious tobacco. A nice, just Virginia profile, a full spectrum of what I like. Because there are some of those deeper, tangier, kind of sweet, further down the bowl. I sort of encounter those about halfway down the bowl. I start to access the sweetness of the reds, the tangy sweetness. What they sometimes call that citrusy quality. But right off the bat, I get the brightness. So, yeah, I just smoke those back to back, and I think there's a huge chasm of difference between the two. You know what else about these type of Virginia flakes? I was reading in one of the online pipe forums about stoving. So I want to learn more about that. I haven't tried it, but I understand you could do it in your car. Like, it gets very hot here in Phoenix. I understand that some people put tins of tobacco on their dashboard while they're at work. as a type of stoving. I want to hear from people in the YTPC what you think about stoving. If you've tried it with Virginias, like clearly I wouldn't think you'd want to do it with like an English or a Balkan or something like that, because I don't know, I think Latakia is better. Universally, I think everyone agrees Latakia is better fresh, and you don't necessarily want to or need to age it. But yeah, I want to experiment with stoving because my cellar is young. You know, there's nothing older than 6 months in it except for the stuff Jonathan gave me, which has, you know, 7-8 years on it. So I've got a few mixtures in there that have been aged, but there's nothing native to my cellar, things that I bought that have anything more than 6 months age on them, unless they've been in the tin longer than that, which could be the case. I haven't really inspected that. So being a Virginia fan, and in the absence of having stuff with real age on it, again, apart from this luxury bullseye flake and luxury twist that I have, I wonder if there are some ways I can artificially kind of age it through stoving. And what would that do? I know that in that I have smoked aged luxury bullseye twist and young luxury bullseye, or not twist, but luxury bullseye flake and young luxury bullseye flake back to back. And I've noticed that in the aged stuff, the red, what I think are probably the red Virginias, are more present. And there's a sweetness. And the harshness is rounded off. That initial sort of high, jagged edge is muted. Virginias are fascinating. They really are, because they change so much. Like if you DGT a bowl, you know, prepare it the night before, smoke it the next day, it really changes the profile quite a bit. From what I'm starting to gather, stoving Virginias makes a big difference. Clearly, just naturally aging them, putting them in your cellar and not touching them for an indeterminate amount of time makes a difference. So, and it also kind of dictates what flavors are going to come to the fore, what flavors are going to be accessible at any given time. It's a fascinating leaf. It's a fascinating tobacco. How it kind of changes. Also, smoking it differently. Like if I just little sips, I'm accessing a different segment of that spectrum of flavor than if I, you know, let's say retrohale all the way around. You know, you might run into the higher, brighter register of the Virginia, as opposed to the deeper, sweeter reds that I seem to access through sipping. You know, the sweetness. I could even taste it on my lips sometimes. But yeah, what's your experience with stoving? What's your experience with Virginias in general? Like, is there a certain procedure or practice that you have to access the different registers in the entire Virginian spectrum? That'd be interesting to know. I'm trying to learn how to more deeply appreciate Virginias. Talk to you later.